It's Jeremy Williams with the Bannock Real Estate Group, and I just want to let you know we put together these videos because it's really important to us that we get relevant, accurate information into the marketplace as the market changes so you can make the best decisions. If you like the information we're providing, please subscribe. It makes a big difference for us. And then also, if you'd like to see a certain video about a certain topic, make a comment. We'd love to hear from you. With that, let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Jeremy Williams of the Bannock Real Estate Group, and today we're going to be talking about vetting your builder before committing to that new home. As a new construction expert, we've been specializing in for over 20 years. We've seen all kinds of builds. Over that time, we've learned a lot about the builders in the area, what we'd expect, and we've learned a lot about what to look for, but also what to watch out for. So we're going to talk about our experiences today, and we're also going to talk about an experience of a not so good situation that's happened to us recently. So let's get into it. So first I want to talk about why it's important to work with a qualified broker that knows new construction and has a lot of experience with it. Of course, we've been focused on new construction for over 20 years, and we've done hundreds of transactions for new homes. And we've also had the opportunity to work with a lot of builders in the area, so we have a good idea of who their subs are, how they work, how they communicate. And we also know that all builders aren't the same. So we can help you find the builder that fits your needs, because we have everybody from production builders to very hands-on custom builders and everybody in between. You might have had a friend, for example, that says, hey, use this builder. But if their goals and objectives were different than yours, it might not be the right fit for you. As a new construction broker, we also know the process from beginning to end, and we can help walk you through it and look for any potential red flags that might come up, or help you negotiate to make sure you get closer to what you're looking for when the house is all said and done. And what I mean by that is when we sit down with a builder, you're going to have a dream of what that next house is going to look like. The problem becomes is if that builder who's trying to get that same image of what your dream is doesn't have the same image that you do, there becomes a disconnect. Working with a broker such as ourselves, we can help close that gap, make sure there's less chance of a surprise later down the line. So even with a great real estate broker on your side, it's really important we go through the process of how we vet builders. And of course, that's actually changed a lot over the last couple of years. And one of the reasons I've changed that process is because of experience that's happened to me just a couple of years ago. And what was happening is just post-COVID, and we had all of a sudden, Missoula had a lot of interest from national and regional builders, something that we hadn't seen in the past, or at least at any kind of scale. So we had a builder that approached us, wanted to get in on a project around Missoula, and he came to us because he knew about our experience in building and development. Well, we did vet him. We went through the process, and he was nationally financed. He had local project managers, he had local designers, he had all the steps in place to be able to scale his business into our marketplace, including bringing over his crews and figuring out how that was going to work out. And so it was an interesting process. I mean, it was something that we hadn't seen before, the scale that he was building. And so at first, everything went great. He was able to build houses for much faster than I'd seen locally and much better prices. Of course, over time, we started to see some changes as the project went on, and maybe he just wasn't following through on some of his promises like he had previously. And then we also started to see some of his subcontractors cutting corners, which certainly brought up some red flags. Well, as the project was almost finished, well, quite frankly, he left. He left owing a lot of people locally money, a lot of subcontractors money, and he also left quite a few homeowners with unfinished houses. And it was just a really hard trying experience all around. So this was a trying experience for me, and certainly everybody involved, to have to go through this, something that we certainly haven't seen at that kind of scale before. But it also taught me a valuable lesson. It taught me how important it is to work with builders who have ties and connections to our local community. What I've learned over this experience is that builders that have a tie or a connection to our local community, they're not going to put their reputation on the line, and they are going to follow through with their promises, because that's everything for them being a builder and being able to stay in business. So one of the things that we've added as we go through this process of vetting is making sure there is a community connection and that their reputation is worth doing the right thing. So when vetting a builder, make sure they have a local connection and that they have a lot of pride in their reputation. Get references from people that they've built houses for in the past, follow through and call them. Ask about their experiences and also projects that they've worked on in the past. Most importantly, do not be afraid to ask tough questions. Who are their subcontractors? How they communicate? What is their warranty process? What do they guarantee? This is everything. If you have a builder that gets shied away of like, I don't need to tell you that, or that's not important, or don't you trust me, major red flag. So ask those tough questions moving forward. In conclusion, vetting your builder is a crucial step into getting you into the next house. Also, working with a real estate broker that has direct experience in new construction can help save you a lot of money and time in the process. Being able to work with somebody that can set you up with the builder that fits your needs and help hold your hand through the process to make sure that everything goes smoothly is invaluable. So make sure when you're picking your builder that you also pick somebody that has a connection to the community and has a strong value on their relationship. This is going to help ensure that your family gets into the dream home and you're able to enjoy the process. So with that, if you have any questions, give me a call. You can reach me at 406-926-6767, and we look forward to talking to you soon.